What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. This is kind of like a part two to a video that I did about rapper Lil Reese getting caught up in her DMs and it quote unquote accidentally being exposed by a hack on Rubi Rose, Instagram model, I guess wannabe rapper, right? Or she dates rappers, so she wants to be a part of that crowd. And I talked about how he was down bad. Well, apparently she put up an Instagram post that said, "I'll turn a thug to a simp quick." And there are people in the comment section who believe that she's talking about Lil Reese, but I don't think she's just talking about Lil Reese. I mean, she's dated numerous rappers. She's been connected to numerous rappers. That's how she's been able to build herself on social media. Well, a lot of people don't understand is the reason why these females date these guys, as many as they do, is because they themselves want to be a rapper. And they don't have the talent, they don't have the following. Yeah, they may have the look, but that's about it. They still need to be able to be seen dating a rapper. And Rubi Rose has done that. Now, apparently she's now dating a rapper, YouTuber, DDG. Y'all know that she dealt with Lil TJ. She got embarrassed by him. And she's dealt with some other people. But to me, this is the mind state not only of women like this, but of a lot of modern women. They think that they can date one of these quote unquote thugs and basically turn him into a simp. That's why I say all that hyper masculine thing that you see from some of these guys, it's all show, because once they get around these women, all that alpha male, swag that they quote unquote want to put out there, it goes away relatively quickly, especially if the woman is attractive, because we all know that a lot of these modern women like street dudes. They like rappers, NBA players or whatnot. And the fact that she's putting this out after the Lil Reese situation shows me that she's giddy about embarrassing Lil Reese. All right, she's giddy at the fact that he was trying so hard to get her attention, but tries to portray this image of he's a hard street dude, and we all know that's not true. But that's how chicks like that feel. And she also had Kodak Black in her DMs, and that was put out there. Now, again, this was a quote unquote hack. This was a hack. It's funny how those two DMs got put out, right? Nobody else's DMs got put out, just those two guys, right? And that's the mentality that chicks like her have. She's no different than Sweetie, even though Sweetie hasn't dealt with as many rappers as Rubi Rose. She hasn't really had to, okay? But Rubi Rose, because she doesn't really have the musical talent that I know of, she has to date rapper to rapper to rapper in order to build herself up. So when you're dealing with women like this, okay, who are trying to build themselves up off of other people, and they use their looks to get with these guys, because the thing a lot of these guys got to understand is this: you need to be very careful of the type of women you give energy to, because Rubi Rose to me just seems like an energy vampire. There's always some drama with her. And the fact that she's bragging about turning thugs into simps, well, a lot of these thugs kind of are simps. If you look at what thugs are now, they're seen as guys who financially ain't there. They're quote unquote in the streets, right? But they rely on women to take care of them. That's what the stereotype is, right? I don't think that's far from it. I've seen videos of guys who will be considered street, literally begging their girlfriends not to put them out. But if you look at it in its entirety, a lot of these guys, they are getting into relationships with these women, and I'm talking about these rappers, and they're not really fully understanding that she's there to gain something from you. Just look at Quavo and Sweetie's situation, right? She was in that relationship to gain something. She wanted to grow her profile more. She saw that relationship as a business opportunity. Quavo did not. Quavo thought he was in love. That's why he was buying her as many Birkins as he could, right? And she's making a video telling other women that, you know, basically your man don't love you if he ain't buying you Birkins. She's clowning him because that was a business situation. And these rappers do get caught up simping. I mean, that's why they end up dating the women that they date. They're literally dating women who had to surgically get the bodies that they have. They didn't always look like that. They didn't get in the gym and really work to build their bodies. They went to a plastic surgeon. So you got women like that with extreme low self-esteem who want to be famous. Yeah, they're going to use that to their advantage because they know that once these guys see them, they're going to be all over them. Look at when Iggy Azalea put out those DMs on her TikTok video. She had no problem doing that because she doesn't respect these guys. She sees these guys as simps, just with money and with fame, because these guys don't know how to go out and actually find women who aren't in the industry, who haven't been with 10 rappers. They all end up dating the same women because they have no social skills. And Ruby Rose knows this. And women like her know. And the thing is this. Cut myself off. You have women like Ruby Rose, right? You see them in your city all the time. Look at the type of guys they're dating. They're dating street dudes, dope dealers, right? And those relationships are very toxic. Those relationships are very dysfunctional. You know, she's constantly challenging him. She wants to dominate and control him. This is a game to a lot of women. They actually like to be able to tame a thug. That's what these women want to be able to do. So don't think it was your raw masculinity that brought her to you and that she's just going to cooperate. A lot of times these women don't care nothing about that because they don't really see you as anybody to respect. So they're going to treat you accordingly. That's why these women will disrespect these guys. You'll say to yourself, why is she disrespecting that dude? Isn't he a street dude, right? But in her mind, she don't really see him as somebody to respect. She sees him as somebody to challenge, especially if he financially ain't taking care of her. And also, a lot of women like her see these rappers or street dudes, they see them as suckers anyway. Look at the type of women they impregnate. Look at the type of women that they date and give time to. They see these guys as suckers and easy marks. That's why they're able to get with them and use them and clown them. And that's exactly what Ruby Rose did.